Hello everyone, welcome to TVOL. I'm Jerry. In today's video, I'm going to look at describing line graphs. I'll be focusing on vocabulary and two different ways of describing movement. First, I'm going to show you a list of adjectives and adverbs that are commonly used when describing the different degrees of change. Then, I'm going to be talking about describing fluctuation, upward trends, peaks, downward trends, striking the bottom, and plateau. Describing change. So this is the list of adjectives and adverbs that are commonly used when describing movement. Describing fluctuation. For practical purposes, I'm going to be talking about sales over a 2-year period in all the graphs. Alright? So what I'm going to use right now, I'm going to use a verb form. Okay, I'm going to use a verb along with its adverb. The sales figures fluctuated erratically over the 2-year period. Describing upward trends. What I'm going to use now is a noun form. Alright, so before that noun, I'm going to use an adjective to better describe that noun. There was a sudden spike in sales in the first year. Okay, what I'm describing right now is a dramatic increase. So you can also use a spike or a surge, okay, as nouns. Also, you can use the verbs skyrocket and soar. Describing upward trends. What I'm going to use now is two forms, a noun form and a verb form. After a period of minimal growth, sales increased steadily in the second year. Alright, so some of the verbs and nouns that you can use instead of using increased, okay, are to climb, a climb, to grow, a growth, to go up, to increase, an increase, to jump, to rise, a rise. Describing peaks and downward trends. Sales gradually climbed, reached a peak by the end of the first year, and dropped dramatically in the second year. Some other verbs that you can use to describe peaks are to hit a height of, and then you can add a maximum number of sales, to peak at, and to reach a peak. Okay, so some of the nouns and verbs that you can use to describe that dramatic drop are a downfall, to dip, to drop, a drop, to plummet, to plunge, a plunge, to slump, a slump, and to tumble. Describing downward trends and striking the bottom. Sales fell considerably and bottomed out before experiencing a sudden spike. Alright, so some of the words that you can use to describe a decline are to decline, a decline, to decrease, a decrease, a downturn, to experience a decrease, to fall, a fall, to go down. Alright, and the words that you can use to describe the striking the bottom are to bottom out, to reach the lowest of, and then here you can add the minimum number of sales, to reach a low of, and to strike the bottom. Describing a plateau. When sales remain unchanged, when they remain stable, this is what we call a plateau. For example, there was an overall upward trend in sales in the first year. Then sales flattened out. So some of the words that you can use to describe that plateau are to level off, to plateau out, a plateau, to remain stable, to remain steady, and to remain unchanged. That's it for this lesson, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you.